What the hell? What are you doing, Doc? What are you doing?
First of all, I didn't know I was gonna have to sit through 5 minutes of that fucking video.
That gave you time to go to the bathroom and release your bowels. Although you might need longer. Hey, let me say hi to my people before I say hi to you. Hey, L Love, my love. Thank you again for your gift. Hey, Volvo. Hey, Nicole Stevens. Hey, y'all. Look who I drug up out of the rubbish pile. Hey, Miss Trisha P.
Where you usually shop for food.
Mm-hmm. You know it. You know it.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, y'all. Hey, 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 hey.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. What up,
It
what
is
up, what up?
Saturday morning, and we are being silly.
Well, one of us.
Hey, Quintessential. Hey, Raphael. Hey,
You
y'all.
got some loyal people, boy. They are always here. Shout out to them. Shout out to you
Right. Don't come
guys.
for my people. Do not come for my people.
I just said shout out to them. What you talking
Oh,
about?
made me come over there.
Oh, child, don't take me there early this morning.
Don't take me there this morning.
You
Y'all
want
see
this
what I gotta
video to
do?
be monetized. You better keep me happy.
I don't give a shit about you. You are already demonetized so many of my
I don't
videos.
want to read you down. The house
Yeah.
down, boots, click, clack.
Anyway,
Hey, Volvo.
yeah.
Quintessential. What's up, beautiful people? How are y'all? How are y'all all? Hello, sir.
Well, good morning, Ty. How have you been?
Thou art fine.
How have you been?
Thou art fine, hon.
No, I said not how are you, how have you been?
Thou have beeneth fine.
Good. So, y'all caught me. I was finishing off this bag of Zapp's Voodoo. So, what are you talking on?
We. But also that made me remember, it reminded me of something that was in that was loosely related to one of the topics you sent over.
Um, um,
Well, what's good, Playboy? What you been up to? How are you? How's the
So I've been
family?
so busy. I ain't even been able to make videos and stuff and come on like I want to. I've been so goddamn busy. But we're here today. We are here. Hey, Patty Duke.
We have come into this
Talk
house
about loyal. Patty Duke is loyal. She be,
to
oh,
gather in his
just so
name
y'all know, I did make contact y'all with
to
Nappy Child. She's fine. She's good. I talked to her. Life is happening, but she is good, y'all. She's great. I talked to her, and I just wanted to communicate that because I know some of y'all have been asking, and I have been asking, but I did talk to her. And she's good. So I just wanted to give that update.
Did you
So
have you given an update on me?
yes,
Well, if I search your videos, will I hear you giving an
you ain't
update
gonna do it,
on?
so I ain't even worried about that.
Excuse me.
You're not gonna do it, so I'm not worried. Taking care of the mother-in-law, child. Go ahead and take care of her now.
Mm,
Anyway,
put her out. Put her out.
let me start with our Black History moment. A little known Black History fact. It's gonna be real quick today. We're gonna have a quick hit today. Quick hit. So our person in Black History today is John Taylor. John Taylor is the first African American person or first Black person, period, to win a gold medal in the Olympics. Since the Winter Olympics is going on right now, He won his gold medal in the 1908 Olympics, which
Winter
I
or summer?
believe, hmm,
Winter or summer?
summer. It was in the men's 400 meters. In the men's 400 meters. So he was the only black male on his college track team, which was at University of Pennsylvania, and I believe 1908 was the second Olympics. I think no, I'm sorry, it was the it might have been the third because I think the first one was 1896, and then
During
the
that time,
second one, oh well, fourth. I'm sorry, that should have been the fourth. The fourth. So they weren't letting us black people do nothing because they didn't want to lose.
I was gonna say during that time it was easy to be in the starting gates and imagine the Klan on your ass.
Also for you Greeks out there, he was also a member of Sigma Pi Phi, which some people consider that to be the first black fraternity. No, 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 no. Some people consider that to be the first black fraternity, but that's a whole nother history lesson for a whole nother day.
That's not what they
Anyway,
do.
hmm,
That's not what the Sigmas do.
not Phi Beta Sigma, sir. No. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. Mm-mm. Anyway, um, but yeah, if you're black and Greek, you know what Sigma Pi Phi is, or should I say Boule? That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. Um, yeah. So where's quintessential? Quintessential, you in here, you know about Boule. Don't act like you don't know. But anyway, um, where am I?
E,
So,
I've been in these streets. E,
um, that is our but he did win in 1908. He died really, really young. He was born in 1892 and he died in like 1916 or something like that. 19, it was he was like 20 something years old when he died. Um, hold on. Yeah, I just had it up. I'm sorry, y'all. I need to have it together. He was born in 1882 and died in 1908. There we go. He was born in 1882 and died born November 3rd, 1882 in Washington, D.C. and died on December 2nd, 1908 um, of typhoid fever. He was kind of cute now. I'm looking at the pictures. He wasn't bad looking. He was kind of could have got some. He could have got some. Anyway, but he was the first African American to win an Olympic gold medal. John Taylor. Go look him up. Uh, Now we ain't gonna have too many happy and feel good stories today. We got a lot of sugar
oh,
spikes today.
child.
So y'all really enjoy this happy moment. Got a lot of sugar spikes today. Ty, you got
First
something?
thing I said when I looked over is, "What the fuck?
Right.
Why he got me up here? I don't know about none of this stuff."
So should we start with our sugar spikes?
Hmm.
Yeah, let's get the sugar spikes out of the way. So we're gonna start with our first responders. Hey Cams, what's good? Looking all sexy and scrumptious over there. Hey Cams. Anyway, um, so we're gonna start in with our first responders, and I this story comes from NBC News. Fire company suspended for racist jokes about dead black girl, Bonita Belletti.
I didn't see this
Fire
article.
company's members are accused of making racist remarks and jokes about Fanita Belletti, an 8-year-old killed by police in a virtual meeting. Hey, Tracy. Briarcliff Volunteer Fire Company has been put on a 30-day suspension after members were accused of making racist comments and mocking Fanita Belletti, a an 8-year-old girl shot and killed by police, reported NBC News. The matter has been passed to the Delaware County District Attorney's Office. Darby Township Solicitor Michael Pierce said the comments were revealed to him in a letter from another local fire company, Goodwill. Goodwill members witnessed Briarcliff volunteers making racist jokes and comments in a virtual meeting from in a virtual meeting on January 27th to discuss combining multiple fire companies. They allegedly used racial epithets to describe firefighters and the fire chief from another local fire company. The letter says, and they said it was time to leave the area because black people were moving there. One person allegedly threatened to physically assault members of Goodwill, the letter said, and another joked about Fanita Belletti's name. Briarcliff volunteers carried on the conversation with their racist rhetoric for up to 2 hours, reported the Philadelphia Inquirer. It appears they confused this work meeting for a podcast segment. If you don't know, I'm sorry, I keep saying Fanita. Fanta, excuse me, Fanta Belletti. Hey Tabitha, hey, what's going on? Fanta, I keep saying Fanita, I'm sorry. Fanta Belletti. That's Fanta like the soda, Fanta. Her last name is Bility. You may have heard of her in the news, but Fanta Belletti was an 8-year-old girl who was shot and killed outside a football game by 3 police officers who falsely identified her family vehicle as a drive-by car. Belletti's family attorney responded to the allegations in a statement reported by NBC. A lawyer for Fanta's family, Bruce Castor Jr., said in a statement that her relatives were appalled by the allegations. Quote, a kind and loving girl, Fanta brightened the lives of everyone she met, the statement said. To speak of her with such disrespect shines the light of shame on those people at the firehouse making the remarks and reflects negatively on those good and true first responders who pledged their lives to the service of all members of the community. Senator Anthony Williams said in a and that state senator Anthony Williams said in a news conference that this was an example of what systemic racism and entrenched racism looks like. Unfortunately, there is no that's basically the whole article. Um, yeah, that's basically the whole article. So you have this beautiful black little girl, 8 years old, whose family's car, who was at a football game, and the police mistook her family car for the car that was in a drive-by. They shot into this car and killed this little 8-year-old beautiful black girl who had nothing. First of all, her family had nothing to do with anything. That's first and foremost. Then you got these firefighters that are calling her all types of horrible racial epithets and are picking at her name and talking about the black people moving into the neighborhood and all kinds of other stuff. This is what y'all got going on. These are your first responders if you need them. And these are the people who are allegedly in charge with saving us if we get in trouble. These are the people we're supposed to call that are supposed to save us. Very same people that are saying, look out because the neighborhood is getting too black and we need to move out of here. And that are saying that they're going to do horrible things to black people. Ty, because I don't know what y'all want me to do with that.
Me
I don't
neither.
know what y'all want me to do with that.
I can't add no intelligent insight on this topic. It's just
But y'all are always asking us to look at police officers and firemen as if they are demigods or something like that. And we're always supposed to, oh, we're thinking about the first responders first. They ain't thinking about our black asses. Let's be clear. Police officers and firefighters, some are just as racist as some of the white, terrorists that was in the insurrection. This happened in I believe it was Pennsylvania, Tabitha. If you look up the case Fanta Belitti's story, I had heard when it came out, and for some reason I didn't report on it. It was a reason either I forgot or I was very busy and I just couldn't um I couldn't but this is in or around Philadelphia because I know when I saw the story it was out of the Philadelphia Inquirer. So I know it's like in the Philadelphia area. Um so yeah. Mhm. Mhm. But it's in Pennsylvania. What am I supposed to do with that, Ty? Ty, what am I supposed to do with that?
look. I can't. I just can't.
I mean, that could have been any one of our nieces. You know what I'm saying? Like we both have nieces. And I'd be ready to burn the whole fire building down. I'd be ready to burn the whole firehouse down. I'd burn that bitch down.
The whole fucking city.
My 8-year-old niece is around here, done got shot up. First of all, we have first responders acting poorly on both accounts. You got first responders that the police officers that shot up this little girl mistakenly. Then, hey, Amber, then you got first responders and firefighters making fun of an 8-year-old girl who is dead. Let me get me. I'm eating on Lifesaver gummies neons because my sugar levels, the way my sugar levels are set up.
Amber, I don't know why. Does it look like I'm blurry over here?
I don't know. I can't see. You know the way my eyes are set up.
I can barely see.
Mhm.
Because I'm
You
too.
look fine. Mind you, the little girl died in her mother's arms. Did I leave that part out?
Oh no,
Did I leave out the part that she died in her mother's arms?
that's that is sad.
Because I remember this was like November. It was a couple months ago. It was like November that I heard about it. But you got these racist ass. But wait, yeah. And so they only get 30-day suspension. That's it. Oh yeah, y'all go home for 30 days. We'll see y'all in a month.
So they can have the appearance of taking care of it or reprimanding. But
We'll see y'all in a month.
this is obviously the culture that they're comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
They got on a Zoom with a department they're probably less familiar with, and felt
And felt
no
comfortable
kind of
enough.
way about engaging in this type of conversation.
Throwing out racial epithets, saying that you're gonna beat up other black firefighters. Clearly, the fire chief is black, and they had it. They were talking, poorly about the fire chief, saying all kinds of horrible things about him. But these are your first responders if you need him. These are the people who we're supposed to look to as heroes.
I wonder if
The
they
same
look.
first responders who kill 8-year-old little girls mistakenly, they'll say. And the same first responders who then go on to, you know, spew racial epithets at this same dead little girl. The same ones who have horrible things to say about the black fire chief and about other first responders who are black, and the same ones who have a problem with the neighborhood becoming more black. These are the people who we're supposed to look to as heroes and demigods.
I wonder if they could or will or look into the past of this company's actions in reference to how many fires were in poor communities that they didn't make it to or wasn't tremendously effective in.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know that happens all the time. Or that one black household in the white neighborhood that's on fire, and oh, I can't quite get the water hose to work. Oh, we're stuck in traffic. Oh, darn it, we didn't quite get there.
Like you
So
have
sad.
fucking paid murderers, accomplices to murder on the fucking roll, on payroll.
Hmm. Wow, we have to burn shit down. Burn the shit down. This is why I have no problem when people get out there and riot and do things. Tabitha, I'm with you. They probably got paid. They probably got paid on this 30-day suspension because they said suspension. So they probably got paid. A mess. A mess. But if you want, but the story of Fanta Belletti um has been out there for a while. I think like I said, I think it happened last November. But this what y'all got going on in the great state of Pennsylvania. If you need them. Around Pennsylvania, the city of brotherly love, all of that good shit. Anyway, um, let me get all the sugar spikes out the way now. So, yeah, I'm gonna show this video of I'm gonna show this video from the Young Turks, great YouTube channel. Love what they do over there. I'm going to show a video from their channel so that you all can see. They do a good job of explaining, of getting the information out there to you. So I'll play the first couple minutes of their of their video, and then we'll go into more detail about this particular situation and what's going on. So let me get this queued up for y'all so y'all can watch this video. I'm surprised you haven't reported on this story, Tabitha. Tabitha, you're usually on top of this stuff. Maybe you did and I missed it because I was kind of off the grid kind of yesterday. But you might have and I might have missed it. But if my computer, y'all know whenever I need my computer to do something, it'll never want to act right. So I'm trying to get it to do.
That's that Obama computer.
I know it is, and we're doing the best we can with it. We're doing the best we can. Yeah, if you're not watching the Young Turks YouTube channel, you are missing out. They have a really good channel. So let's let's share this and all right, you ready, Ty?
I'm ready.
All right, let's listen.
This was a black father and son, and you were a white FedEx driver. Do you think this would be different?
Yes, man, without questioning. I would have been arrested probably that same night and not given bail at all.
That's an excerpt of an interview with FedEx driver Demontario Gibson, who was shot at by two men while delivering packages in a town in Mississippi. And as bad as that is, and it's terrible, making it worse, he says that the company provided effectively no support whatsoever after this insane attack. And we will turn to that in just a little bit. But first, I want to give you information about the actual attack. So Demontario told CNN that he was delivering packages to a home at night on January 24th when he saw a white pickup truck coming from the house behind it. The truck started approaching him and blowing the horn at him. So he thought it just wanted to get around him. So he tried to leave, but the truck swerved around him and tried to cut him off, like tried to stop him, I guess. He said, at that point, my instincts kick in and I swerve around him as he's trying to cut me off to avoid getting stuck in the neighborhood. He goes a little bit further into the neighborhood, a couple more houses, and says, then a man in the middle of the road pointed a gun at his vehicle and waved and mouthed for him to stop, to which he shook his head and said no, the most understandable thing in the world. He then hid behind his steering wheel while he swerved around him. At least 5 shots were fired at the van, according to the incident report that was eventually fired. That wasn't the end of it though. He said that as he was leaving the neighborhood, one of his managers called and he told the manager that someone was shooting at him. She told him to get back to the station as fast as he could. The truck, now with both of those men inside, chased him out of Brookhaven and to the interstate. They eventually filed a suspicious person report and the 2 men have now been charged. He was just going in the neighborhood to make some deliveries and 2 madmen tried to murder him. Thoughts?
Okay, I'll pause there. We're going to commentary.
I try usually in vain.
Time. What? So basically, what you got going on here? This is kind of like a reenactment of Ahmaud Arbery, where you have this dad and this son who were chasing a FedEx delivery guy. I ain't talking about just some random person. He's in a fucking FedEx truck. Got on the FedEx uniform, delivering packages. You can't even do your job. Probably might have been going to deliver packages to them or make sure their neighbors or friends get their packages. Ain't bothering nobody. And y'all around here cutting the man off, trying to, pin him into the neighborhood so that y'all can do away with him and shoot him. They shot 5 times into the van. And if you go on to listen, they talk about how FedEx, his immediate supervisor was like, yeah, come back to the station as quickly as you can. But the other managers and people seemed like they didn't give a shit. And Ty is gone. And with that, Ty has left the building. I don't mean to laugh at this situation, but you got to laugh to keep from crying and screaming because you cannot even go to work.
I thought I forgot I was on mute. It's just, you think we are getting ahead when really we're not.
You wouldn't go get you some snack and some for your sugar spike?
No, this was Amazon. I'm a drag queen and griller.
Hey Jason, I ain't see you sneak in. Hey IMC Brown. But you can't even go to fucking work. His job involves giving something or delivering something to these rat ass bastards. What the hell is that? Oh dear God.
Keep talking, don't stop.
So Hey, MDN. So effectively, this man um is over delivering packages, minding his own business, driving the FedEx truck. Um, listen, I don't want to hear from FedEx because hey, Stomp Down, hey, Lauren Bishop, hey, this is bullshit. We live in a country where we are not seen as human beings. We are seen as, I'm not going to even say animals because they give a shit way more about their pets and animals than they do about our asses. Let's just be clear. The man is delivering packages. Packages. Ty, do you hear me? He's at work in the FedEx uniform, in the FedEx fucking truck, out doing what he's supposed to do, driving, dropping off the package, driving to the next house, drop off the package. Meanwhile, while he's driving, some fool try to cut him off. And so he probably said, well, let me move around this idiot. So he moves around, another car comes to try and cut him off. And then when that didn't work, the dad was over there, got a gun out, mouths to him, hey, stop. He said, hell nah, bitch. And he keeps driving and they shoot into the goddamn FedEx van 5 times.
It's so sad. I fear for myself. I think about my younger brothers, cousins. It's just.
I told y'all, white people are not creative and innovative on their own. They love to copy shit. So you can't tell me this ain't some copycat Ahmaud Arbery style situation that they're trying to have go on. You can't tell me that. And then while we're out here being executed in the streets, hey Stiggs girl, while we have a whole genocide going on, Congress can't get shit passed. They can't do nothing for our black asses. They don't want no criminal justice reform. They don't want no police reforms. They don't want us to have anything that involves voting rights. They don't want to have us anything that makes us equal to them because even the white allies will not and will never truly give up their white privilege and white supremacy for our black asses. And that's just the long and short of it.
Amen. That's all I.
Now, little baby got a little more information. The driver wasn't in a FedEx truck, but was in a Hertz rental. He did have on his FedEx uniform. I wouldn't give a shit if he was butt ass naked riding on a goddamn scooter. Clearly, he had on his uniform. Clearly, he was working for FedEx because maybe they didn't have enough trucks. I don't know what situation they had going on. But he clearly had to call his supervisor and say, hey, I'm being shot at, meaning he was at work. So when they put him on the same route the next day, you better be damn skippy. I'm going to say, hell nah, bitch.
Put me in something identifiable. Put me in the fucking FedEx blimp.
I don't give a shit if he's in FedEx. I don't care if he's riding on a goddamn red wagon. You should not be shot at, period. It doesn't matter what he's in.
If there's any reason
And
to
the
pull out
fact
a gun,
that, but no, the fact is that he told the supervisor, they done shot at me. Clearly, when he got back to work, they saw the bullet holes back in the motherfucking van. And you gonna put me back on the same route the next day? Nah, bitch. You living in a motherfucking fantasy world. Because that's what we're not doing. That's what we're not doing.
he was bold for going back to work because that damn sure would have been a day I
I
called.
hope he has a lawsuit out there against FedEx as well. Because FedEx, the fact that they would even put him back out there again They need their ass sued.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
A mess. A whole goddamn mess. But let's be clear. Like I said, these even our white allies, and we have a lot of white allies, and shout out to them because some of them are instrumental in helping us garner some of the rights that we have. But let's be clear. If we're really getting down to the meat and potatoes of it, they ain't giving up their white privilege and white supremacy that they already have and have lived with and were born with for our black asses. If we're being brutally honest, I'm just saying. This what y'all got going on, Ty. This is what y'all got going on. Speaking of companies that don't do the right thing, wait, see, little baby, you must have went and looked this up. Little baby said the father and son were arrested 8 days after the incident and charged with attempted to cause bodily harm. Yeah, they did say the father and son was arrested. After the man went to the media with this, that's when FedEx reinstated it. But see, FedEx ain't shit anyway. You know, FedEx is another company that's owned by white people and have white supremacists, that go and make money off of the backs of black people. Let's just be clear. Moving on. Speaking of other companies that ain't shit, who we chronicle on this great channel, Tesla. How many times have we had story? Remember, Tesla had to pay that black man $137 million for how they were racially insensitive and bigoted toward that black man. And then we had the case of the black woman that we just reported on a couple weeks ago about her having been harassed and having been victim to racial discrimination and all kinds of stuff and racism down there to the Tesla. Well, here's an update. California is now suing Tesla for alleged racial discrimination and harassment. Hey, Yana, my love. The California Department of Fair Employment and Housing is suing automobile manufacturer Tesla for alleged racial discrimination and harassment. Let me put a pause in this because let me tell you how these motherfuckers talk and do shit off both sides of their neck. In one case, you got California saying we're suing them, and the judicial system saying we're paying people $137 million because they're being bigoted and racist. And on the other end, you got President Biden and the whole Biden administration giving extra money to Elon Musk for what they're doing down in Tesla and saying we need more of your electric vehicles and we need more cars from Tesla, and we're giving you more money to open more factories and cars so you can go and be more racist and bigoted and harass more black people. Make this shit make sense, Ty. Make this shit make sense. Ty, you better talk to me, Ty. Let me finish the article. Hold on. Because we talked, hey, Lastasia, on this very channel. We talked on this channel about Tesla and the fact that they were down there to the Tesla factories being racist and bigoted. We talked about that on this channel several times. Here's what the California DFEH said. Quote, after hundreds of complaints from workers, DFEH found evidence that Tesla's Fremont factory is a racially segregated workplace where black workers are subjected to racial slurs and discriminated against in job assignments, discipline, pay, and promotion, creating a hostile work environment. And that's from Kevin Kish, the agency's director. The lawsuit comes just months after the automaker was ordered to pay $137 million to a former employee over racist abuse and more. The automobile company owned by Elon Musk, who is the second richest man in the world, was ordered to pay that $137 million to Owen Diaz, if y'all remember, after a jury ruled that he was subjected to racial harassment and a hostile work environment. Hey, Karen Alexander.
What up, Jay?
But yeah, this is what's going on. So the California DFEH, yeah. So here's what Tesla had to say. Tesla says, quote, that it, quote, strongly opposes all forms of discrimination and harassment and has a dedicated employee relations team that responds to and investigates all complaints. Tesla has always disciplined and terminated employees who engage in misconduct, including those who use racial slurs or harass others in different ways. That's what Tesla had to say. I don't know what y'all want me to do. So according to statistics, Black employees make up 10% of the American workforce, but only 4% of those at the director level and above in Tesla and other companies in the industry. And that's according to Mashable, those numbers. So, like I said, we have all types of nefarious things going on down there to the Tesla. I told y'all, Tesla, listen, Tesla is a horrible, horrible place to work, apparently. Okay. Apparently, a horrible place to work. A place that you have to be subjected to all types of racial discrimination, harassment, and all types of other shit. I just, nope. Now,
Have you ever been? Well, have you ever been in a work situation where you had to ignore obvious racism, or have?
oh yeah, absolutely. And let's be clear, little baby. Oh yes, Elon Musk is African American, but that doesn't mean he's black. He's white. His parents are white. He was just born in South Africa. Because there are many white people in South Africa, very racist white people in South Africa, which makes them African, but that don't make them black. The last time I checked now, I might be real confused. But last time I checked, I remembered he had two white parents. Anyway, but though he was born in South Africa.
Were you going to give an example of the blatant racism you experienced?
God, I got so many. Which is sad. I remember, I don't want to call the company out, but I remember in high school, I worked for a very large company. And how he gonna ask me the question? Then come on, I ain't gonna answer his question. I ain't even gonna answer his question. It ain't even story time. Screw time. He ain't even here. But yeah, we've all been there. Damn it, why he came back? Damn it, did he come back? Damn it. Why did he come back? Hey Ty, we were just talking about you.
Somebody tried to call me, and once that happened, I can't hear you no more.
But to make a long story short, I worked for a very, I don't want to call the name of the company, but I worked for them in high school. And myself and another black person were promoted to, I started off as a cashier, we were promoted to uh, a level two, which was service desk and guest services desk and the cash office. And so I was working in the cash office, um, and they were saying that me and the other black girl was taking money because money was missing. And they looked at us and looked at us, and then they put us out the cash office, and money kept being missing. And so eventually they found out who it was, and it was this white guy, but they never put us back, and they refused to put any other black people back in there. And this girl, asked could she go work back there because she had teller experience. They told her no. Another white girl, no experience money handling, they put her back there. Another white guy, no experience money handling, they put her back. And we knew what it was all about. Anyway, but it was racism. It happens all the time. I had a boss that called black people darkies. I didn't stay there long. I think I quit like that week. But I remember him referring to, hey, my darkies over here. Rich what? Yeah, that was kind of it for me. I was like, yeah, we're not doing this.
And do you just gracefully, resign, or do you say nigga
I
walk?
don't go out in a it depends. Now, if it directly involves me, I might go out in a blaze of glory and cuss everybody out. But most times I go out with dignity and pride. You want to know who it was, Cams? Their company colors are red and white. And they have a big bullseye. I'll leave it at that.
Come on, Win Dixie.
Not Win Dixie. Ow! That's
I
not
didn't
Win
know
Dixie.
it was only one Win Dixie left, and that's in Key West, Florida.
They still have Win Dixies in Miami.
This lady, when I was down there, she told me that
They
that
they
one.
they've been closing them though. They have been closing them. They turned them into like frescas or something like that. Something it's yellow and something like that. So like the ones in Miami, about half of them have turned into this fresca thing, and the other half is still Winn Dixie. So you can still go get you a Czech soda because ain't nothing like a good Czech soda from Winn Dixie. That Czech strawberry or that Czech peach or a good Czech grape when it hit the back of your throat.
That was the first job I ever had. Win
When that
Dixie.
Czech soda hit the back of your good throat. Whew. Mm. Yeah. Whew. I need me a Czech soda right now. Anyway, so that's what's going on down to the Tesla. They ain't shit. We've known that for some time. But let's be clear. The United States government ain't shit either because they're still funneling millions upon millions, probably billions of dollars into Tesla because they want them to continue opening more factory and hiring more black workers so they can discriminate against them and harass them. Just a mess. Just a goddamn mess. Anyway, um, we're almost done with our sugar spikes of the day. Almost done. So this is our last sugar spike of the day. It comes. You never heard of Czech sodas from Winn Dixie? Go look it up. Ask anybody from the South who grew up with Winn Dixie about what a Czech soda is. Listen, it'll change your life. It'll change your life. Tabitha in here, she from Miami like I am.
Don't it just
She
say
Ty,
check in the
Ty is
color
from the
of the
South.
can?
Ty is from the South. And well, not from the South, but he lived in the South, so he knows about Winn Dixie Czech sodas. Them Czech sodas, they hit different. Just saying. I'm just saying. A good check strawberry or a good check peach or check grape?
I don't like flavor sodas in my latter
See,
days. I don't
Cam's
like.
is from the South, even though he stays up north now. But he know about them checks up there. A good check strawberry. Ooh, or the check fruit punch too.
Mm-mm.
Some good soda right there. Good soda.
Give me a
Mm.
Pepsi or a ginger ale. If there's nothing else around, I'll do something like with a flavor. But
So, in our last sugar spiky moment of the day, where you moving to, Cam? We'll talk about that in the DM, Cam. You can tell me where you moving. Child Nicole Stevens, that check peach, honey, girl. Oh, you got them in the South. You got Winn-Dixie's in the Southwest too. That's good, Jason. I didn't even know they was way out there. Um, so the Miami Dolphins, dear God. Child Karen, look at everybody coming out the bushes talking about them check sodas. Listen, them check sodas be good. You know when you go into a good party or a good repast, you know when you go to a repast, you're gonna bring by 2 or 3 check sodas because they're real cheap. You know you can get a case of check sodas for like
oh
two
my god,
$2.50,
I to
$3. Like
the
a,
rewind.
a case of 12 for like $2.50. They be selling for like four for $10. You take $10 and take 4 cases of sodas to a good repast. You go to a repast down in the South, they have a whole wall full of check sodas.
Everybody that came over here, we ain't got nothing to drink. Can you pick up some sodas?
I'm telling you, they got a whole wall of check sodas over there. Child, child, child. Yeah,
Oh,
so good. But y'all know I ain't lying. Or you having a birthday party for your kids or whatever, you better believe you giving them kids some check soda. Y'all ain't getting this Sprite and Pepsi and Coca-Cola to mess up and throw on the ground.
kids get
Go ahead and
juice.
get
They
this
ain't
good
even
check
getting
soda over
sodas.
here. Go get this good check soda and stop playing with me.
You better get some Capri Suns and give it to them kids. Don't be giving up
Ah,
a whole bunch of kids sugar.
listen, you can find a whole family reunion for $200, for $210. I'm trying to tell you, baby, them check sodas get you through, honey. Get you through. Y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all know I ain't lying. And you have every listen, it look like a whole rainbow. Child, it look like the Rainbow Coalition compounds over there. You have a whole rainbow of soda. You have the lemon lime, you have the pineapple, you have the peach, you have the strawberry, the fruit punch, the grape, the blue raspberry. Baby, you got a whole cornucopia of colors and flavors.
You see them at the grocery store, you know it's about to be a party.
You
Just
already
ask,
know.
just ask when and where.
Already know. So in our last Nicole, you gonna make me go. I told you, I got one more sugar spike story in me. One more. And you trying to make me go Google more sugar spiky story. Ty is over here about to lose his goddamn mind with all these sugar spikes.
I'm just here to talk about one thing and one thing only.
I know what you're here to talk about. We will get there.
I swear this lady in the supermarket when we was in Key West, it was like, there's no more. This is the last one. I was like, what? She was like,
So
yeah,
what I
they're
was
all
telling you,
gone.
when this is still around, they still got them in Miami. They still around. It just ain't as many. They closed like half of them down. But they still around. They still, if you're in Miami, you still got the one on 111th, on 111th and 7th Avenue. You still got the one on what is that, 190, 199th and what is that, Northeast 10th?
I thought you were
somewhere
trying to
around
be
there.
funny because I live on 199.
Yeah, on 199th and Northeast 10th, and then you still have several of them. You still got the one down in the city on 54th and 12th. You still got, child, I'm just calling out all these addresses, like like y'all know where these places are. They did close down the one on County Line. Now, the one on County Line got closed down. But, child. Anyway, I'm looking at this story here. Who just told me to look up this story? Y'all, listen. I'm gonna read this real fast because I still got one more sugar spiky story that we're gonna end with. God, making me look. Winchester Thurston students angered by school administration's response to racist Snapchat post. Students at Winchester Thurston are demanding action from the school following what they believe to be a lackluster response from administrators after several of their classmates made a video that was posted on social media mocking the death of George Floyd. And this article is from Thursday. The video posted last week on Snapchat was filmed inside Winchester Thurston's upper school campus in Shady Side, that's in Pittsburgh, and showed a white student kneeling on another white student's neck as other students looked on laughing. A caption included with the video says abuse. Javier Dronick, a 16-year-old junior at the school, said he and many of his friends were immediately appalled by the video, but they were further disheartened by how the school handled the situation. When it comes to big events like this, they care more about their image than their students, Javier said in the school administration. That's not what a place of learning should be like, and that's made a lot of people really angry and really sad. A day after the video began circulating, head of school Scott Fetch sent a letter to the parents and guardians that said that the school was, quote, investigating a student disciplinary issue in the upper school involving an alleged serious violation of our commitment to the work of diversity, equity, and inclusion. We are scheduling time with our students of color in both the middle and upper schools to acknowledge the incident and to offer our support to them. Please know that Winchester Thurston is deeply committed to creating a safe and equitable environment for all community members, and we condemn any actions in our community which violate that. But Javier said that statement was not enough. They did not do a good job of making a statement that it wasn't condoned. In the letter itself, you had to infer that a racist act happened. They never even said it explicitly.
Right, right.
Javier also said he and his fellow students felt the school lacked transparency in the matter because it only sent a letter to parents and guardians and did not provide students and faculty members with information. While most students quickly rebuffed the Snapchat video, others merely brushed it aside as poor judgment, which reveals that some in Winchester Thurston community still have lessons to learn, Javier said. A lot of people, quote, a lot of people were saying, these are good kids. I don't know why they did this. That was stupid. It was kind of annoying to me because I get that they're good kids. I know them. I've never had a problem with them before, but there was something wrong for them to actually do that and do it in school. In an emailed statement, Mr. Fetch said he was not at liberty to share details of the incident, but the school remained deeply committed to creating a safe and equitable environment for all community members and condemn any actions in our community which violate that. He added that the school has created spaces and utilizes da 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 da. I don't want to read. I think I got the gist of it. All right. Let me read this one part. The school's Black Student Union, which Javier is a part of, has created a list of demands that it plans to hand to the administration on Friday. Um, where am I? The organization is calling for the school's administration to apologize to Black students for the way it handled the situation, to create a plan of action that includes tangible goals, which such as educational workshops or changing school curriculums or policies, and for more transparency. In addition, the Black Student Union asked the school community to wear black on Fridays to show support for the list of demands. If the administration's response is deemed inadequate, Javier said the students could hold a walkout in the near future. He said the students feel the need to take these steps to hold the school accountable because otherwise the situation might be swept under the rug. Child, child. Listen,
Well, first of all, thank God for people like Javier.
and let's be clear. White children, and I ain't talking about little children, I'm talking about teenagers, are given a pass on a lot of other racist and awful, bigoted, and discriminatory actions. And the
Shit.
thing about it is, when they're given this pass and they're given these slaps on the wrist, these things inculcate, these things continue to proliferate, these things continue to fester and grow. And these very same racist and bigoted white kids who were never taught that these actions are wrong then become adults who have whole ass terrorist um, events down there to the Capitol building, who have, insurrections on the United States government. I'm just saying, these kids are racist. Just because they're children doesn't mean that they can't be racist. Just because they are teenagers does not mean that they can't be racist. These are things that they are taught early on in life. These are things that they are groomed with, that is inbred into them as they are growing up in all of their, formative years. They are taught to wear their mantle of white privilege and breastplate of white supremacy. They are taught that others are inferior to them. These racist, bigoted, and discriminatory um, traits are ingrained in them. So for them to always get slaps on the wrist and to get brushed off like it's nothing, like you said, I think that was Jason said, it emboldens them. Hey Joshua, it makes them feel like these things are okay. I'm not surprised. And Winchester Thurston, that sounds like a private school.
But here it
I'm just
is. Here it is, another case of racism in Pennsylvania.
That's Pittsburgh. If you need the whole other side of the state, we ain't gonna even go to all of that stuff in the middle of Pittsburgh and Pennsylvania because Pittsburgh and Pennsylvania is like what 6 hours apart. All of the stuff in between, you don't want no parts of. A mess. Back to my last sugar spike. Dear God, the Miami Dolphins recently hired an African American head football coach after firing a black football coach. Dolphins, let me read this headline so your whole fucking brain can explode, okay? We got the whole Brian Flores, before I read the headline, we got the whole Brian Flores lawsuit where, we went through that, we broke that down, and all of that is going on with the discrimination and the racism and the systemic racism going on down to the NFL. So now the NFL is doing all of these things to make themselves look good. The Texans went and hired Lovie Smith, a black head coach. The Dolphins hired Mike McDaniels, who's black, but a lot of people didn't know he was black because he didn't look black. So in a press conference, the first one that he had after being announced as the head coach, Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniels, Mike McDaniel says he's not black. He's human with a black father, and he's never experienced racism.
the sipping of the tea for me.
Let me read that again. That's just the headline, y'all. Just the headline. I just let your brain fucking explode. Dolphins head coach, help us, Jesus, Mike McDaniel says he's not black. He's human with a black father, and he's never experienced racism. Here's the problem. If you've ever seen Mike McDaniel, now I've seen Mike McDaniels many times. He was the offensive coordinator for my beloved San Francisco 49ers. And he is almost white presenting, I would venture to. Now, if you're a black person, you could look at him and say, yeah, I can see he's black. But if you did not know and he didn't tell you that he had a black father, you wouldn't know. Now, like I say, us black people, we could look at somebody who's biracial and be like, I see it. I see it, the extra twang and kink in the hair. I see you. You ain't fooling nobody. But anyway, so here you got Stephen Ross doing all of this he can to, make himself look better by hiring this multicultural coach. Here's what happened. McDaniel said was asked about his racial background because, like I said, a lot of people, even in the league, did not know his racial makeup and background. So when he was asked about it, he addressed his racial background, and it didn't really clarify anything. Let's just be clear. He says that he just wants to be identified as a human, and that he's never had any experience dealing with racism, but says his mom and dad experienced it. Because of that, he can identify with others' problems. Quote, it's been very odd to tell the truth. This idea of identifying as something, I think people identify me as something, but I identify as a human being. My dad's black, so whatever you want to call it, I know there's a lot of people with a shared experience. End quote. Dear God. Let me read that again for y'all, because y'all think I'm just making this up. This is a direct quote, okay? That young man said, this idea of identifying as something, I think people identify me as something, but I identify as a human being. My dad's black. So, whatever you want to call it, I know there's a lot of people with a shared experience. So, I noticed you ain't talk about what your mom was, though. You had the consciousness of mind, since you only human, to quickly say that your dad was black, but you ain't said nothing about what your mom is. And even admitted that your parents experienced racism. Y'all know what this sounds like to me. Another case of one of these black people around here that wants so very bad to be loved by white people until the time comes where the white people remind them that they're not white, and then they want to come back to us. I mean, sir, 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 you can go back to passing as being white. We didn't ask you for this. We did not ask you for this. And Miami Dolphins and Stephen Ross. If y'all feel like this puts y'all off the hook for all of the horrible and racist things that y'all got going on, National Football League, Roger Goodell, this doesn't help your cause. Cause this motherfucker came right out and said, "Oh, I'm a human being that just happens to have a black father." Really? I don't care if you do say I'm just a human being. You're a human being. That's just like somebody asks you, "Are you male or female?" Oh, I'm a human being. Okay, that's fine. And that's no disrespect to people who are non-binary, because I guess he's non. I don't know what you call it when you don't identify as a race, because when you don't identify as a gender, you are called non-binary. So I don't know the term, and even you would think that someone with intellect like myself would know these terms. I don't know the term. I probably do, and just probably forgot that there is for people who say that they're non-binary. I mean, they don't identify as a race. I don't know, but what I do know is shut the hell up, Mike McDaniel. We didn't ask you for this, and I know they're sticking microphones in your face, and I know you ain't never probably really had the spotlight in your career, but you probably should shut the fuck up. We didn't ask you for this. You're not helping the situation down here to the NFL, because what they want is more people like you who are going to go and do all of their bidding, say what they want you to say, check a box. Oh, he's multicultural. Oh, we're inclusive over here. And when they shove a microphone in your goddamn face, you put that microphone in your face. I don't identify as anything. I'm a human being. Well, let's be clear, Mike McDaniel, for those of us who can't pass, we don't have the option when asked what we identify. If my black ass got pulled over by a cop and said, and are you black? No, I'm a human being. When what? Because see, if I get arrested, they're going to put a race for me, whether or not I want them to. They will put black. When you get arrested, they might mistake you for being white. And see, that's why you can have that whole situation where you try to make it like, oh, I'm just a human being. I did, because it's easy for you to do that. There are those of us that don't have that option. Even if I wanted to say, oh, I'm not black, I'm just a human being. This is not helping Miami Dolphins. This is not helping you, Stephen Ross. But this is what y'all got going on. I mean, and here's even further. Since he just told y'all he don't identify as black, so I guess technically that means that y'all still ain't hiring black coaches, because the man said I ain't black. So y'all thought y'all was hiring a black coach, and he told y'all he ain't black, so that don't count. He told y'all I ain't black, so don't try and count that as a minority hire. Sorry. Anyway, let me get off. That's done. We're done with all our sugar spikes today. On to better and more interesting things. Still, this week, ladies and gentlemen, has been an interesting week. This has been. Oh yeah, that's Quentin said, "I'm talking about the new head football coach of the Miami Dolphins." This has been a week that y'all knew I had to talk about. As a connoisseur of all things celebrity peen picks, this week has been And Christmas, well, not really Christmas because we didn't get a whole lot that we really wanted to see. It wasn't really nothing out there for us to be like, ooh, ooh, ooh. So first you had Nelly getting his knob slobbed on. Nelly went out here and got his knob slobbed on. Now I saw it when it first came out. When when it like first hit, because you know I'm in these Twitter streets, okay, and I be in these Twitter streets, and I be getting stuff real early in terms of. Now there was an alleged Nelly Peen pic that came out earlier, like a few years ago, and it wasn't impressive either. Right, Jason. Meat gazing segment has begun. Joshua, I'm sure will love this segment. Anyway, so the first comment that I saw, somebody was saying that it looked like a sausage. And I looked like, what kind of sausage you be eating? Because that's a little old sausage. Like it looked like one of them small little sausage links that you eat in the morning. But we ain't talk about no good sausage that you gonna put in the hot dog bun or nothing like that. It ain't like one of them sausages that what time at the at that we get from mommy down there that had a little stand down there in downtown Miami. She get you the little big kielbasa sausage, had the little onions, grilled onions that she put on it, or she'll put the little potato sticks on the child. Ain't one of them. How you knew early on that it wasn't about shit? Because how easily that woman that was slobbing his knob wrapped her whole hand around it. See, big things, you can't get your whole hand around it. You know, you struggling to get your whole hand and your whole mouth around it. Baby, the way that woman put her hand around it, let me see if I can find something. Okay. I got the top of this bottle of liquor, right? See how I put my whole hand around it and my thumb is still going around my fingers because it's just that small, right? You ain't supposed to be able to do that. Something real big. See, I shouldn't be able to wrap my thumb around. Something real big like that. You gonna have, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You ain't gonna be able to get your hand around all of it. Ask Ty he deal with, peeing all day, every day. There's many beans roll through his apartment. That's why he off camera now, probably slobbing a knob. Please don't have a camera skirt slip at this time while you over there doing what you do, dear God. Anyway, but the way she so easily and gracefully put her hands all the way around it and stuff like that, I was like, girl, stop big. And he was just a moaning. Like, I do like talkers and I do like moaners, but I think when I observed the size of it, it just wasn't cute no more. Cause you over there and girl, I was looking like, what is this trash? Like I literally looked at it like, and see, you had little fizz come out there. And we saw his little fizz jizz. Okay, we saw a little bit, but little fizz been out there for a little. Now the fact that people just see a little fizz and his shit been out there for a long time. Fizz that had OnlyFans for over a year now. His shit been out there for a long time. Matter of fact, a few years ago, Lil Fizz's stuff hit the internet. Maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, his stuff hit the internet, and it had his face in it. But he was laid down, and his beat was all out and stuff like that. That shit was ugly and little. Okay, and it was like Method Man stuff been out there. Method Man peen is just as small as Lil Fizz and as Nelly. It's just as little. His stuff been out there. Method Man? Yeah, that came out about 4 or 5 years ago. Quintessential. You real late on that. It got his face in it and all. If I look hard enough, I probably could find it for you, Quintessential. But if you do a Google search, you'll find it. It's been out there for a long time. Here's the problem. And the little, so we'll get to the little rapper that I know about, Isaiah Rashad, in a second. For all of these people that are coming, oh, y'all should make them feel bad because they got, you know, small to average size meat and this, that, and the third. Nah, bitch. Mm-mm. Try again. Keep the same energy y'all are having all of these songs that y'all don't put out, that y'all don't put in through, that y'all have exuded through all of y'all personas in the industry as rappers and so forth. And y'all whole thing is masculinity and machismo. And I want, y'all calling, y'all objectifying women all of the time. Y'all talking about how big their ass is and how big their titties is and how their body need to be perfect. And you're exuding like you're this mandingo warrior swinging from the rooftops and how you gonna make somebody stop on your knob. And then when we get down to the nitty gritty, bitch, you ain't even working with nothing. I don't have no understanding. Nope. You got all that energy in your rap songs. Keep that same energy when the pants come down. Keep the same energy. Keep that same energy. Because y'all got everything to say. Y'all want women that got the ass out of control. Y'all want women that got titties out of control. But y'all over here ain't got shit to offer. You talking big dick energy, all of you. How you gonna break backs and how you gonna do all this, that, and the third, and they gonna be choking on you, girl. Keep the same energy. So for all y'all talk about, oh, you shouldn't make the fit. Mm-mm. Baby, y'all came with all of this smoking energy. Baby, you need to walk it like you talk it. Walk it like you talk it. Like who told y'all that was cute? And let's be clear. Nobody mistakenly puts a peen pic or a sex tape out. Never mistakenly. Ty over there doing what he does. Ty is over there licking the giraffe's cooch. Okay, that's what he's doing. And if you want to know what I mean when I say licking a giraffe's coochie is real high in the air. You do the math. That's what he's doing over there. That's what he's doing over there. Yeah, you don't even want to know what he over there doing. Let me take him down for a second until he get his life in order. Anyway, so um why, little baby, he really thought he was over there doing something like that. He had to really like you had to turn it. You ain't turned nothing. Bitch, you ain't turned nothing. Like, boy, if you don't go sit down somewhere without, if you don't go sit down somewhere. That's why I ain't have no understanding when the kids was just dragging them for everything they was worth. Don't come over here talk about, oh, don't make them feel bad. No. Because please be clear. They went over here talk about, well, I want a girl with little titties and a little ass. No, they wanted the biggest ass and the biggest titties. And they was around here, talking about how they was, this, that, and the third, and how they break backs and do all of this, and I'm gonna have you doing this, that, and the third in these songs. Where is that same energy? Because we ain't see none of that in these good videos. I don't see y'all making songs talking about how little you is. Talk about little dicks need matter, little dicks need a chance. Where's that energy? There ain't no passes over here. Ain't no passes. Ain't no passes. Because Nelly has been accused of all type. Remember, this is the same Nelly that's been accused of sexual harassment, that was accused in that whole thing with the TI scandal and everything. This is the same little fizz that's around here sleeping with his bandmate's baby mama and around here doing all kinds of things to Moniece and everything. All you want through all this drama for that? I would be suing Nelly too. If you rape me with that little shit, you came under me with that little shit, talking about you finna rape me and hold me down with that little shit. Hell yeah, I'm gonna sue you, bitch. Cause that, ugh. Absolutely. Listen, I thought Ashanti was getting her back blown out by Ja Rule. Boy, I could be wrong. I don't know. Child. Right. I don't see them saying little dicks need love too. Child mess. Just a goddamn mess. Mm-mm. These are not, upstanding members of the community. Mm-mm. These are horrible people. I'm sure Omarion is sitting over at his house with his big. Now we don't see Omarion stuff. We know Omarion is back sitting at his house doing one of these, just so unbothered and as only Omarion could be doing one of these. I'm sure that's what Omarion is doing. Cause y'all know Omarion be so fucking unbothered. Omarion is the epitome of unbothered. Omarion saw that little old peen fit Al Gore's good internet and thought about how that young man had slept with his baby mama and shit like that. And supposedly his friend around here sleeping with April Johnson or what April Jones, whatever her goddamn name is, April something or other. And looked at that little thing, little fizz, and his little jizz that came out of it, and did one of his Omarion unbothered look. He sat back and did one of these. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm sure that's what he did. Yeah. Cause y'all, we done see Omarion. Omarion got some going on out there. Child. He probably looked at April too and said, "Girl, you left me to do that." Talk about having to do Kegels. Child, he probably look at her. Listen, now we know why he was so unbothered when April left him to go with a little fizzle pop. He looked like, "Oh, you going over there? Oh, girl, I can't be bothered." He probably looked at her like, "You finna leave this for that?" Girl, he looked at her like, "Okay, let me know how that works out." He looked at her like, "Oh, you leaving me for that? Okay, well, let me know how that works out. I'll be over here, not being bothered." How you gonna be asking for women with all this ass and all these titties and you can't even accommodate them? Like those little things ain't gonna do nothing with a woman with a big ass. I'm, I'm just saying. Then you had just saying. Then you had the other little rapper, Isaiah Rashad. Now I didn't even know who he was. Like I had never heard of him. I didn't know who he was. I really didn't want no parts of what he had going on. But the people seem to be, excuse me, the people seem to want to see the little kiddos want to see. I just didn't know who he was. And so I was just like, why am I seeing this? So allegedly, well, not allegedly, we've seen the videos. In one video, he got two guys. One looked Hispanic, one looked Asian, or maybe vice versa. Maybe both of them was Hispanic, or maybe both of them was Asian. I don't know, but they were two guys that was slobbing on his knob. Soldier Boy stuff been out there for a while. You way late on that. You're a couple of years late on that, Joshua. But anyway, so but then in the other video, he is over there slobbing on somebody else's knob. And it's clearly a black guy, but this is a black knob. He's over there going to town, seeing his face and all, showing the face and all. I said, oh, I said, oh, that's mm, that's interesting. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So he apparently was outed by this video that came out. Now his, I will say, I don't think he planned. I don't think he put that out there. I don't think he planned for that to come out like that. I will legitimately say, he did. Oh, he was over there going in on it. I was like, okay, you ain't new to this. You've been doing this. You ain't new to this. You true to this. You ain't new here. You ain't flew here. You grew here. Okay. Isn't that what Bar V said on Love Hip Hop? I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I ain't flew here. I grew here and all of that bullshit. Hey, Miss Honey, child. Yeah, he was over there going to town. I don't think he planned for that to come out like that. Now, there was a fourth sex tape that came out this week of some Nigerian rapper named Oxlade, Oxlade. It was real grainy and real hard to see. I mean, he hit one of the little Spider-Man poses when, and stuff like that when he was up in there hitting the Spider-Man pose. You know, the Spider-Man pose where he's like hunched down and his hands is in between his legs or whatever. His legs, that's the kind of pose he hit when he was up in it. Now, he was hitting it. I ain't gonna lie, he was up in it. But I really couldn't, because it was so grainy and hard to see. It was really hard to make the determination as to what was going on down there. So, yeah, we still need to do some more investigative reporting on what he got going on. And just yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, when they were doing the NBA draft, NBA All-Star draft, they were interviewing LeBronica Iman, LeBron James. And, and in their interviewing LeBronica Iman, LeBron James, they had the photographer. I'm gonna see if I can show it to y'all, because the way the photographer shot the image, they had it like a whole crotch shot the whole time. And they were saying, why did he show LeBron's Lebrussy? They're calling it now a Lebrussy. I'm gonna show y'all what they showed, what we saw. Let me see if I can't get this to come up. Okay. Let me see if I can't share this with y'all so y'all can see it. Hold on. Hold on. No, that's not what I want. Hold on, y'all. See if I can show y'all this, but they're calling it a Lebrussy for LeBron and Pussy and Pussy. So yes. Let me try and get this to come up. I was like, oh. Now we know LeBron he didn't have a camera slip, but years ago, this is maybe about 6, 7 years ago, when he was in the playoffs and they were on national television and he was trying to put his shirt in his pants. He pulled it out too much, and the way the camera it went right on his meat, and you could see his meat. It was not impressive at all. But let's just say it wasn't impressive. It was real small. Child. LeBronica Iman. I need this image to come up. Why is my computer taking so long, y'all? Whenever I need it to work, it never want to work. It's just, it's trifling. It's real trifling. Child, it's real trifling. Hold on. What's happening? Like, why is this taking so long? I don't know why this is happening, y'all. I apologize. I'm usually better at this, but this is, yeah. My computer is tripping. I'm not doing this with you, Joshua. I am not doing this with you. Y'all are so wrong. Y'all are so wrong. LeBron is a 6'10". LeBron, I think, is 6'8". I think. I don't think LeBron is 6'10". I think he's 6'8". Yeah, 6'7" or 6'8". I don't think he's 6'10". Is he 6'10"? No. Mm-mm. I don't remember LeBron being 6'10". Is he? Somebody look that up. Now, just know, whatever they have on his official NBA height, you could take an inch off because, but that's how you can do it. Most men, they tell you they 8, they 7. I'm talking about in inches. If they tell you they 9, they really 8. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Child. I don't know, y'all, what's going on with my computer. I don't know what. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get it up for y'all. Get it up. Well, I don't remember the words to Get It Up by TLC. Yeah, this will not come up for me. I don't know why it won't come up for me. Y'all, I apologize. I'm gonna move on because clearly it's not coming out for me. Oh, here it is. Here we go. Finally came up. God. All right, so let me see if I can share this with y'all so y'all can see it. I ain't gonna play the audio. The audio doesn't need to be played. All right. You might can see that if it ever comes out. I don't know why I'm so enamored with showing y'all this. Let me rewind it. Okay.
What do you think of your team?
Who? My team?
Your team.
Oh, we saw. We saw. We got fans because we got the hometown kid and myself. You know, some of Darius. No, and we got DG. So we got the fans on our side already. We got international play.
So
Giannis and Joker. We got
that's
Luka.
the Labrussy.
We got
If
multiple
you need it,
champions. Myself, Steph, Giannis,
the Labrussy.
Fred VanVleet. I mean, we good.
If
We
you
good.
really are honing in, trying to see if there's anything to see, there's nothing to see here, which is why it's a Labrussy. All right. There's nothing to see there. Just wanted y'all to see that there. Nothing to see there. All right. So we got a couple more stories and then we out of here. I thought y'all might want to hear about this story. Okay, so this is a Silly Saturday story. Y'all know we have stories that just scream Silly Saturday. When I saw this story, I said, this screams Silly Saturday. Y'all listen to this. Y'all listen to this. Here's the headline. Listen to this shit. Okay. Y'all listen to this shit. Jose Manuel Guzman killed his sister, who he was sleeping with, for cheating on him with another man. Let me read that again. Jose Manuel Guzman killed his sister, who he was sleeping with, for cheating on him with another man. Read that one more time for the people in the back. Jose Manuel Guzman killed his sister, who he was sleeping with, for cheating on him with another man. Let me read this article for y'all. Jose Manuel Guzman's girlfriend was his sister. When he found out she was having an affair with another man, he killed her with a baseball bat. Where did this happen? Not in Florida. Thank you. Sit down. It did not happen in Florida. Do not try to make this Florida, okay? Where did this happen? Where you got a governor who can't walk, and we call him Governor Hot Wheels. Oh, yes, in the great state of Texas. This is according to the New York Post. A Texas man who had been sleeping with his own sister beat her to death with a baseball bat after he found out she was having sex with another man, prosecutors said. Jose Manuel Guzman, 32, allegedly killed his sister in Canutillo, in the Canutillo home they shared, when he attacked her with a massage instrument and a bat. Wait, what massage instrument is this? Like, I don't. Let me read that again. Jose Manuel Guzman, 32, allegedly killed his sister in the Canutillo home they shared, when he attacked her with a massage instrument and a bat, the El Paso County District Attorney told the El Paso Times. Guzman allegedly snapped after he learned his sister being with a male friend who visited a night earlier. He then tried to mop up the blood in the home and fled as he heard law enforcement approaching, according to the Times. He was later arrested and slapped with a murder charge and is in jail on a $1 million bond. El Paso prosecutors said Guzman was a drug dealer with previous criminal charges, including a 2017 case where he is accused of breaking a man's arm with a baseball bat and smashing his windows. He also reportedly has previous family violence and drug possession cases. So clearly he does these things with baseball bat. Why are you giving this man, why are you in the same room with this man while he has a baseball bat? Like, what massage instrument did he beat her with in addition to? Like, what in the Cersei and Jamie Lannister is going on here? Girl, if y'all don't go find something. Oh, this makes so much sense for 2022. It makes so much sense. I want y'all to put in the chat, what massage instrument did he use to beat her with in addition to this baseball bat? I mean, condolences to the family because they have lost this woman, but she was sleeping with her brother. And I'm not saying that's a reason for somebody to lose their life, but you over here getting it down with your brother? Ew. Like, I'm just thinking about my siblings. Ew. Any family member, period. Let's just be clear. Like, what in the hills have eyes, and what in the movie Deliverance or Wrong Turn do we have going on down here to the great state of Texas? The man has demonstrated to y'all over and over and over he is not well with a baseball bat. Why is he still allowed to purchase baseball bats? The man is clearly Latinx or Latino, so that ain't no Caucasian stuff. He is Latino. Jose Manuel Guzman. I'm just saying. I saw this article and knew that y'all needed this in y'all life this morning. The man beat his sister to death with a baseball bat and a massage instrument, whatever that is, whatever that means. Like, I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. No idea. I don't know. I mean, what do y'all want me to do with that? Condolences to the family. Like, they already told y'all he beat another man with the baseball bat and broke the man's arm. Like, he's a drug dealer. So it's probably a situation like what we got going on Euphoria, where they owed the people money. And speaking of Euphoria, great segue. Y'all know, if you watch Euphoria, Rue owes that lady money. She owed that lady money because her mama done flushed all the drugs that she didn't ingest down the toilet. So come to find out, if you watch Euphoria, Jules and Elliot are dating in real life. The stars that play Jules and Elliot are dating in real life, just so you know. Hunter Schafer and Dominique Fike, they are dating. They have confirmed their relationship. They are dating in real life, just so you know. So it ain't just for the show. That's why they get so deep and intimate and all, touchy-feely and lovey-dovey. I'm sure we'll see more of it this week on Euphoria. While Rue is over here going batshit crazy, going straight superhero. Y'all saw last week's episode where she was damn near a goddamn superhero. Like, how the fuck is she evading police and running miles and miles and miles at a stretch? But allegedly, she can barely walk during other times because she's going through withdrawal. Make this shit make sense, but whatever. I guess I'm supposed to, say, oh, it's for television. A mess, but they dating in real life. So our last story of the day is just a reminder that yesterday, February 11th, marked the 10-year anniversary of the death of Nippy. Whitney Elizabeth Houston. The voice was silenced. Although technically that voice had been silenced for many, many years before that, and the voice wasn't there no more, but it was officially silenced when she OD'd and slipped into the hot tub and probably drowned. Can we put our favorite Whitney Houston songs in the chat? Because my favorite Whitney Houston song. Let me go down my top five. Top five. All right. Top 5 Whitney Houston songs. My favorite song by Whitney Houston is Miracle. It's on the I'm Your Baby Tonight album. My favorite song on her third album. My favorite song, Miracle. That's my song. I don't care how you feel. That's mine. It's my favorite song. Number 2. Hey, Tanya. Hey, boo. Where you been hiding? Oh, you on them too, child. You in the bushes. She on that. That means she on that bike. She on that motorcycle. Y'all watch out. Child, that's my girl right there, Tanya. We love her. My number 2 song is Didn't We Almost Have It All? Dear Lord, the way that woman sang on Did We Almost Have It All? Oh my God. Did We Almost Have It All? Is, oh my God, it just don't make no sense. The way, to me, that of all of her commercial hits, I ain't talking about, hey, So Jeff. I'm not talking about all her live performances. I'm not talking about all of her performances at her church, but all of her commercial albums that she sold, to me, that was her best vocal performance. On Didn't We Almost Have It All is when she still was a soprano, where you could hear the clarity in her voice, where it was the voice sent from heaven. Didn't we? And then when you hear the arrangement, it has the strings going. It's something about strings in the background. Hey, Lamont, who popped out the bushes, who's a singer himself. But when you got strings, the whole full orchestra in the background, it enhances the voice. And when you hear Did We Almost Have It All with them strings in the background, and then when she gets to the modulation on Did We Almost Have It All, you ain't want no parts of Whitney at that point. You ain't want no parts of it. Listen, Whitney, they knew what they had with Whitney. And when they see a good Whitney song was going to be a ballad, and Whitney was going to give you a sickening ass modulation somewhere toward the end, and the vamp was going to take you on the glory. Take you on the glory. My third favorite song, now it's hard for me to differentiate. My top 2 was easy. Top 2 was easy for me. Now we getting into muddy waters because there's so many songs that I could choose from. Is probably Why Does It Hurt So Bad? Something about Why Does It Hurt So Bad, when I hear it every time, it just gets me. Oh my God, I'll be in the house having snot bubbles. I don't know why I love Why Does It Hurt So. And I love how at the end she be like, how about that? At the very end, oh my God. That Why Does It Hurt So Bad get me every time, honey. Get me every time. My fourth favorite song, God, is the first song that I ever heard of her. It's the one that made me go, who and what is that voice? And it's the first 3 notes of this song gets me every time. It is How Will I Know? And when that woman opened her mouth and said, there's a boy, those 3, just those 3 notes right there. Listen. Don't get me started on Phyllis Hyman, Lamont, because I'll be here all day. Don't get me started on Phyllis Hyman. I love it. Don't get me started on Living in Confusion. Don't get me on Meet Me on the Moon. Don't get me started on Phyllis Hyman, because I love me some Phyllis Hyman. I will fight you about it. Phyllis Hyman, Meet Me on the Moon. Girl. All right, Jason. Jason said he gone. All right, Jason, we'll see. We'll catch you. Hey, Edith, I see you pop out the bushes. But yes, How Will I Know? Oh my God. It's just, those first 3 notes is the first time I ever heard Whitney. The first song I ever heard by Whitney Houston was How Will I Know? And when I heard those, I was a little boy. But I knew when I heard those first 3 notes, I looked like, what is that? Like, it was so different from and you're talking about during the 80s when you had people singing down. Baby, them first three notes on How Will I Know, there's a boy. And I've even seen great, phenomenal, gifted vocalists like Lettucey sing How Will I Know. However, and Lettucey was great, but it still didn't have that Whitney Houston. It was not the baby. When I heard that, trying to tell you. Now, number 5 is a fast song. I don't know why I like this song either, but Step by Step is my song. Well, there's a bridge and there's a river. Mm. It's something about Step by Step that I love so much. When I hear it, I'm like, oh, step by step. Mm. But I mean, I left out Where Do Broken Hearts Go? Where Do Broken Hearts Go can easily go in the top 5, easily. All at Once could easily go in the top 5. You Give Good Love to Me, for that run that she sings at the end of the second chorus. When she say too much, and that run that she does at the end of the second chorus, when she right before the bridge, when she says too much and does that long ass run. You Give Good Love probably can bump. Who I'm gonna bump out of the top 5 for You Give Good Love, because You Give Good Love should be. I had to listen to You Give Good. Even some of her others, like One Moment in Time. I love One Moment in Time. Love One Moment in Time. You talking about I Have Nothing, which I have nothing. I have nothing. It's so many songs that I could just call out. Child. 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 God. Whitney has so many songs. There's so many. Child. You can go on talking about Whitney song, but her voice was silenced 10 years. Well, I shouldn't say her voice was silenced, but she went on to, Glory 10 years ago, yesterday. And we celebrate her. We miss that voice. I mean, God, it's so many songs. I love Whitney singing with BB and CC on Hold Up the Light. Save the World from Darkness. Child. Baby, if you ain't never heard Whitney Houston sing with BB and CC on Hold Up the Light, Save the World from Darkness, when her and CC was battling it out, like, girl, you ain't gonna outsing me, and bitch, you ain't gonna outsing me either. That was before You Got to Count on Me. And both of their voices had gone down, from the rafters. Baby, when they was singing Hold Up the Light, play with Whitney. Whitney said, girl, do you know who I am? Cece said, girl, do you know who I am? They was over there battling. I lived for it. It was everything. Child, girl. People talk about, because people know I stand for Queen Mariah. And I stand for Whitney too. And they both are so great in what they do. The greatness of Whitney is the opposite of the greatness of Mariah. Whitney was not a writer. Whitney didn't write no music. Whitney ain't tried. People always say they try to get her to write. She said, that's not what I do. Whitney was a performer. Whitney came from gospel. Whitney was the voice. She opened her mouth and the whole room stopped. So you can give her a piece of literature, of music literature, and she will make magic, because that's what she does. She was groomed in it. And you grow up in gospel, you're groomed to make magic out of any piece of music. You're gonna make it do what it do. On the fly, off the cuff, and perform. So emotional is my jam. I get so emotional, baby. That's my jam. Every time I think of you. Mariah does a whole lot vocally too, but the difference between Whitney and Mariah is Whitney can do it off the cuff and off the fly, because that's what she does, and that's just inbred in her. She comes from gospel. Mariah don't come from gospel. Raya does all her things because she wrote the music. She knows the music. She knows all of the chord progressions. She knows all of the musical nuances and everything. So she can add lib and add things to the music because she wrote it. She knows it. She knows what subtleties and all of the instrumentation and the modular chord progressions and all of those things that go along with it. So that's what makes her so great. And it's just so when you believe, I just wish that they had a collaboration in the early 90s. I'm not saying it had to be because Mariah didn't come out to 1990. So had they had a collaboration around the time of the Bodyguard soundtrack, would have been everything. I really wish Whitney Houston's third album, the pre-Bobby Brown album, was a gospel album. I think we were robbed. If we think about how Whitney had those first two albums and had a gospel album right after that, late 80s, when she still was a soprano, y'all don't, child, y'all wouldn't even been able to take it, baby. Would have sent me on to glory. Would have sent me on to glory. On to glory. They should have given me a Whitney Houston album right after the second album. Right after that second album, sent me on to glory. I'm just saying. Just give me just the one gospel album in there. Now I know The Preacher's Wife, because listen, Joy to the World is in my top 5. And I Love the Lord is in my top, not my top 5, my top 10. I Love the Lord, He Heard My Cry, and pitied every groan. Because until you hear her saying, I'll hasten to, sorry, don't do it. They call it a Christmas album. I call it a gospel album. So we celebrate Whitney as we get out of here. All right, y'all. We done had a great silly Saturday. We've had a great silly Saturday today, y'all. I have had an enjoyable time with y'all. I've been on here 2+ hours. We did what needed to be done. We gave you all of ourselves today. I forgot about Same Script, Different Cast with her and Deborah Cox. Love that song, Same Script, Different Cast with her and Deborah Cox, where they is singing, damn, lady. Love me some Deborah Cox. Yeah. Y'all remember Same Script, Different Cast? Anyway, we about to get out of here, y'all. We've had a phenomenal time as always. Y'all always make Silly Saturdays so great. And I always love giving of myself to y'all, on say, y'all know I come on here and we work. We put some work with y'all today. We put in work. And we have a great time. So I hope you thoroughly enjoyed it. Shout out to all my mods in the room who came through and held it down for me today. Thank you, mods. Thank you to all of my members that were here today. Y'all are greatly appreciated. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and very much appreciated. You all are always great to me. And I thank you for it. And so, we'll be here for y'all. Y'all know how we do. Even though my schedule would be so crazy that it'd be so hard for me to get stuff out, but I'm going to do everything I can. If I'm here and if I'm in place and not traveling, I will be here for a silly Saturday for y'all. So if I'm not, y'all know I'm somewhere traveling the road or something like that. I can't get on. So anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, put some shondos in the chat for me. So before we get out of here, let's put some shondos in the chat. Hashtag shondo to each and every one of you. Thank you all, like I said, for being here. And that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. We out.